If you didn't think there was a media collusion in video games to try to force this woke agenda, I don't know what you're doing at this point, because it's crazy. It's so nakedly transparent, as naked as the character generator on Dragon Age the Veilguard, that it's just sick how they try to gaslight gamers at this juncture. We have a coordinated effort by IGN and Kotaku and PC Gamer to try to sweep for the Veilguard and the character generator, and try to tell you that this is the best Dragon Age ever. They're delivering on all their promises, when gamers know better at this point. The trailer got ratioed like crazy. It looks like a disaster. Even before you get into the woke trans stuff that's happening here, people are mocking the character generator because they're just not allowing womanly features to be womanly at this point, because they want everybody to be an androgynous they-them non-binary. That's not going to stop these fake journos from doing what they do. We'll get into the news in just a moment. My name's John Delarose. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here as we talk about all things fantasy and science fiction, especially in video games, in the culture. I am a fantasy writer myself. I have a 6-book series called The Adventures of Baron von Monocle, which you'll absolutely love. This drew a lot of inspiration from things like Final Fantasy back in the day, and I hope you'll check this out. It's on Amazon. You can grab all 6 books very easily on ebook if you would like. There's a series page, and we've also got them on print and audio for your reading pleasures. So grab this. I'll have this in the description below. Thank you guys so much for supporting the books. We've had an incredible month of a lot of readers, and really appreciate you for being there. All right. Yeah, I'm enjoying what Grums is posting about the character generators as people are showing this kind of thing. I can't believe IGN leads with this as their first shot of their video praising Dragon Age Veilguard's character generator. These are the max possible female booby sliders on the thing. Very funny stuff through here. But as they go on, you can see that this entire thing right here, PC Gamer, playing 6 hours of Dragon Age the Veilguard, gave me faith trailers couldn't. This is the BioWare comeback fans want. And then it's hard to complain about hero shooter fatigue when Conquered looks this good. You can see exactly how these people shill for all the wokest of projects. Now, this is pretty interesting here. This gal says, I'm a 108-pound woman who sits for 15 hours a day, and I'm not even in my prime here. You tell me that this is your 100% on the bum slider, and this is it. This is what they all look like. Explain how this is your most inclusive creator generator yet. I can't even make my skinny bum in the game. I don't get it. Who was this character creator made for? Because it certainly wasn't made for me. These sliders do nothing. Interesting on that front. Dragon Age is woker than you think. The Dragon Age Veilguard character customizer features top surgery scars, as we know. Is pinned up there, and this is kind of the big thing. We expected pronoun, but the scar fetish is definitely weird. Now, of course, this is quite the opposite. It's so wonderful if you actually go through IGN and the like. The character generator is the creator I've always wanted. Become the hero you've always wanted to be and look the part too. Oh, thank you, IGN. I really appreciate it. And another Alyssa. Jeez. There's a lot of what's going on with Alyssas in mainstream media? Oh my gosh, you can see by the picture that she's very inclusive, for sure. After 10 years, we're now just a little month over from playing Dragon Age the Veilguard. I've played a hefty 7 hours of the original game since Anthem in 2019. 4th mainline installment, starting with the prologue and later loaded into several different saves. As a longtime fan, I'll say is 10 years is very long time so far, but the Veilguard hasn't disappointed. Now, she could talk about the combat or the gorgeous locales or any of the gaming stuff that actually is to deal with it, but we're going to go with the character generator because there's so much hair. So this is this character generator, I guess, is designed for weird women who don't actually play video games, and that's what they're trying to move this fantasy property into. Very odd stuff, but you could see just by the way that they're shilling for it, writing articles about it already, that they're trying to counter the gamer narrative because the gamers are saying this sucks. It's a weird fetish. It's creepy. We don't want this. And so they have to go out and say it's amazing. It's opposite of what all the gamers are saying. And so they love it. Every aspect of your rook is editable, even allowing facial asymmetry if you choose. So yay, how exciting stuff. And so this is what they're doing. They say that it's a refreshing change from Dragon Age Inquisition. I hope it'll get a little better from Dragon Age Inquisition, but hey, I doubt it. So here we are, 6 hours of Dragon Age the Veilguard gave me faith that the trailers couldn't. This is the BioWare comeback fans want by a woman again. Interesting. They got the video game. They have a problem with strange women, don't they? In these the Alyssas, the Laurens. What's going on? It said it won me over with its combat polish. You got your weird looking they them elf right here. Oh my gosh. It's going to be called BioWare's Comeback. It's not built on a multiplayer trend chasing that plagued Anthem. 6 hours into play of hands-on preview, Veilguard didn't seem to be the buggy mess that Mass Effect Andromeda was. Well, at least it's not that. It has all sorts of features that prove BioWare was listening to its players. Yeah, right. And listening to the journos. And critically, it's BioWare doing what it's meant to do, be gorgeous, intense, intimate RPGs. All of the marketing for Veilguard has been polarizing. Of course, my fellow Dragon Age nerds at PC Gamer have been going back and forth on each new video heralds doom or redemption for the series. So even internally, this is what it tells me, because this is a shill article, obviously, and they're getting advance access. They're probably getting paid. We know how this goes. We saw all the weird Star Wars Outlaws stuff that Ubisoft went out, and they were flying people out to Disneyland and the like. So this is the paid access media, and even in this, they admit that it's polarizing internally within the company. That's not a good sign, because if all the gamers are against it, and if pre-orders are very, very low, which we showed yesterday, that among retail stores, it looks like it's getting an average of 1 pre-order per store, which is pretty bad at this juncture. This being polarizing on the internal of PC Gamer just shows that there's going to be a massive problem. So here we go. I got to start in character creation. Hands down the best, most detailed creator Dragon Age has ever done. Top scars. We've all seen and gushed over the silky hairstyles. This is interesting. Like when you're talking about hairstyles, and that's the thing we're gonna like lead with. That's a bad sign. Another massive improvement for the series, but there are wide details like faction-dependent casual outfits and asymmetrical ear editing too. Oh my gosh! Well, enjoy your ear editing. Do you? I don't know. I don't want to know what weird fetishes go on with ears in PC gamers, but we know it's all about that whenever this goes through. So they say it's gorgeous. Now, what's interesting is they've been all saying it's gorgeous and wonderful, and then they put these ugly designs on here every single time. But I guess there's only so much reality that they can bend for these weirdos and all these companies. What's Kotaku say about this? Oh, it's incredible, but it could be even better. Oh, thank you, Kenneth Shepard. So at least we don't have a weird woman writing this one. We spent a long time in the RPG's character creator. We're blown away how much has and hasn't changed from the Inquisition. Earlier, myself, several other content creators and members of the press. Yes, members of the press. You see how they make themselves sound so important at this juncture? They won't give me one of these early accesses because I'm gonna tell the truth about it. But they'll give them because they're members of the press. That's right. Okay. Got to go hands-on with BioWare's long-anticipated RPG, Dragon Age the Veilguard. I came away from my 7 hours with it really impressed with what it feels like. The most cohesive game BioWare has put together since Mass Effect 3. And part of that time was spent exploring the capabilities of the game's character creators, which we had full freedom. Interesting. This is interesting because if they are going back to Mass Effect 3, they're kind of admitting BioWare sucked for 12 years. That's a lot of time. Jeez. That's interesting, again, to lead with. In-depth conversations about character creations have become more common, in which players can see themselves reflected. Who's seeing themselves reflected in this crap? It's like there's literally nobody seeing themselves in this, and that's the whole deal. It's ridiculous, and which players can. During a Q&A after the demo, BioWare folks were upfront about the fact that inclusivity was a prime concern for the dev team, and this is how you know it's going to be a terrible game immediately. That's all. That's it. That's all they had to write, and spoke on how important it was for them to represent everyone. But it seems like they met that goal. I talked with But Why Though editor-in-chief Kate Sanchez, there's your weird woman again, who covered the event for Paste Magazine, about the strides BioWare has made in their character creator. What is Paste Magazine in representing everyone? Why are they talking about this person? What's this have to do with anything? Signs of life, music, culture. Dragon Age Veilguard is shaping up to be an overpowering experience. You can see it's, again, a complete media just shill job because they knew they had to get ahead of this. They're acting as PR departments for these companies. It's pretty... How much more nakedly obvious can it be at this point? The gamers all say, this is terrible. This looks awful. Why would you put this weird fetish stuff in there? And so they come out with a slew of articles saying it's fantastic, saying it's the best thing ever, all because they got early access and maybe a little bit of payment on the side. Gosh, this is why nobody trusts these companies anymore. What did the guy call himself? The press. My gosh, it's sick. And they hate you. They hate gamers, and that is the entire intention here. So does BioWare, it looks like. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Never trust a gaming journo. And we'll be back soon. Grab my fantasy series. Get the whole read this weekend. It goes awesome. I build so nicely into this series. You'll love it. Thank you guys so much. It's in the description below.